Nicole makes fun of me, my wife. She says, you put on your news anchor voice. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Today, we're looking at all things hay. Do I do that? I'm sorry. I'll try not to. Sounds pretty stupid when you do that. Let's talk like myself. I usually have a super raspy voice. Bruh. No, I don't sound like that. Okay, let's go. We're making hay. No, I didn't change shirts. It's the next day, like I told you guys. Manuel's running this new dual mass laser system. Let's go look. I was just doing some drone stuff and I just slammed into that border. Like I don't know, I thought I was higher in the air than I was. Now I gotta go by Ace. It still worked, but I just need to go by Ace and get a can of air so I can clean it out. So as he's driving through these borders, I think these are 90-foot borders, he's finding high spots. And what he did just now, he came off of his course to dump dirt, or he's finding low spots, which I think he found a low spot down there because he came down here, loaded up with dirt behind me, and went back up to where he was. It's hard to say exactly what he was doing, but just by listening to the tractor work, I think there's a low spot up there and he's just picking up dirt. This field has a lot of changes in it in the fall, so he'll have to be making changes to the settings as well. Not so much where we are now. This field has a real short top half or top quarter and then a long 3/4 below it. With our old setup, I ran I ran our old setup quite a bit when I was younger, from probably, I don't know, 14, 15, 16, 17, 19. But I've gotten so busy now, I just don't spend much time in these larger tractors. But this year, I might. With this new setup, it's probably good that I learn it, have more than one operator that knows how to run it or understand it. So we'll see. Hopefully I'll get some time in it. We'll be doing several 100 acres later in the year, around August. So this is just a 70. We need to get done to plant some Sudan grass, but I'll have lots of opportunities. I'm not too worried about it now. But if you're wondering, Trevor, why aren't you driving the tractor? Well, that's because I run around making sure these guys are getting done what they need to get done. I've got several crews running. Brian and I split all those responsibilities between us. I'm more on moving the hay, and he's more on making the hay. But when it comes to equipment, we kind of split. Like him running right now, if there's something that goes on, I'll jump out here and help him. So that's what's going on. He's making these long turns up and down the field. I can see with my eye, you probably can't see from the camera, but there's some low spots in here. So he's picking dirt up, going up and down and dropping it, filling in the low spots. So when he's making his turns later on, he doesn't have to do this. You guys ready to jump up in there with him? I am. But you need to clean the outside, it's dirty. Well, how do you like this machine?
Good. bueno.
Muy bueno. So this is all new to us. Manuel just learned this system yesterday, and he says it's muy bueno.
Muy bueno.
There's those things blinking on either side of that box. There's a yellow arrow points down, a green line that's flat, and a red arrow that points up. And that's on the other side too. Each one of those is for each mast, so it's telling you if it's high or low, high or low. If it blinks green, they're level from the laser transmitter. That's what they're going off of. So they're not always going to be perfect when they're beeping, but just because they're beeping, they could just be just a tenth of a I don't know what they're of an inch or something. It could just, I mean, the measurements are very minute. So, but it could be a lot. That's one thing that kind of, well, actually, there are numbers on there too, so it is telling you how far it's off. But those red lights are just kind of giving you an idea of where you are. On the old system, it was just like that with only one. I really didn't watch the lights very much. I used them more as, is the system working? If those lights aren't moving around, that means it's not working. If you see one light just staying in one position for a long time, there's probably something wrong. But I used to look at the numbers more than anything. To adjust the bucket, you can adjust it a lot of times because we're guessing, right? This isn't GPS. GPS, you don't change as much because it's following the contour of the ground. The laser, we're guessing the fall. We're averaging what it is. So it changes as it goes down. If you start picking up too much dirt, you twist that knob to the right and it tells the bucket to pick up. So we're still keeping that same angle, but we're just raising the bucket up, and you're still following that same angle of fall. On the old system, you just twisted one knob. Well, because this has two masts, you have to twist one, and then go over and twist the other knob. That's how you can set this. Now, if it's a gradual, every 10 turns, you notice I've got too much dirt, yeah, you can just sit there and change. You're not changing the geometry or the fall, you're just raising your bucket. But all of a sudden, every single turn, you're digging in dirt, you need to change, you need to level out. If you're digging dirt, you've got too much fall on the bottom side. If you've got too much dirt on the top side, then you need to steepen out a little bit. Or if vice versa, if you're dropping or whatever. So, but you can change by changing that knob on the receiver. You're not changing the fall on the transmitter. You're just telling your bucket up or down. I hope I described that right. There's a lot of guys on here that are probably gonna be like, Trevor, you're stupid, but that's, in my mind, that's how it works. So right now, it's getting flatter right here. What'd you just say? Yeah, it's getting real flat right here. And he's just digging too much dirt all the time on the bottom side. So that means the laser is telling it dig, dig, dig. It's saying it's steep. Well, it's getting flat, so you don't want to dig. So he used the remote to change the geometry or the slope out on the transmitter. So now as he starts going again, it won't be digging so much. It won't be picking up so much dirt on the bottom side of the turn. I call it the bottom side just because it's towards, you're getting closer to the field. The top side is towards the top of the field. We have a top and a bottom of every field. The top is where the water comes out. The bottom is where the water drains to. It's all flowing downhill with zero side fall is the goal. That's why this is so important, especially when you're on a big road. Everybody can see the quality of job you did, and they make fun of you if you don't do it. Oh, look at Bales. They don't know how to farm. Oh my gosh, Trevor sucks at everything. Are you nervous? Everyone will see the job.
Yeah.
The road.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They'll know. They'll say, "Hey, Manuel's no good." There we go. He's not picking up as much dirt. When you're moving less dirt, that means you're burning less fuel. You're not working the tractor as hard. This can be a pretty boring job in this tractor or a tractor going in circles, 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 I used to sometimes go turn the other way because they're always turning to your right, just because all that equipment is sitting to your right. So it's easier to just keep your head turned to your right and you can look at everything. But oh my gosh, after a while, you got to go left. It's probably good for the tires every now and then to go left too. Manuel is the master baler, the master laser, the master roadsider, Gerrod, the master everything. Everything, he's the best. Well, muchas gracias, Manuel. I'm gonna go check on the balers. Thank you. See you later. Those are axles. It's never good when axles are not in vehicles. Ron, how's it going?
Going. Getting ready to make this happen.
You look all snuggly down there.
Yeah, you want to come down and snuggle with me?
And I've got that pad that you stand on that's like cushiony on your feet somewhere. Do you want that?
Nah, I'm good.
Yesterday, Justin said you didn't know what you were doing.
Ow.
I don't. This is first time.
No, we're all beginners over here.
Yeah.
Good, me too. But
Hey,
really.
run that up around that.
Oh, you want to be?
No, just stay right here. Just push it underneath that plate right there. Just don't hit the air valve. Go underneath the air valve on the back side. Wish I need to get my trailer cleaned up. Get my tranny jack over here. That's the easiest.
You can't say tranny on here. Let's keep politics out of this, Ron. Hey, Ron, you did these zip ties wrong.
I did?
Yeah, the zip ties should go the other way.
Oh, okay.
It's dump rake season. Got a couple broken tines apparently. I don't see them. I guess they're talking about it. Oh, he's saying they dig into the ground too much. I love this thing. Such a cheap piece of equipment compared to other things, right? Nothing's cheap. This thing was still 24 grand or something, 12 grand. I don't remember. But it cleans up the field so great, so well. It does a good job. It's really helped our Bermuda making process get better. Everyone thinks dump rakes are a thing of the past, but they are not. Thing of the future. Those guys are working on a rake. And you have some guys trim some trees. Maybe I'll take two of them. I need to get him some Forney gloves. I have a pair in my pickup. Here we go. Medium. Might have large hands. Forney. Here, Choche. Everyone's favorite, the dump rake. This is just from the first clipping. The first clipping is generally a lot shorter and stubbier, so it leaves a lot of stuff behind. But all of this would show up in our first real quality clipping, which will be the next one, the next cutting. So it's important to get this cleaned up. As I said earlier, I'm even thinking after we irrigate it once, the water comes through, the grass floats up to the top or to the water level, and then as the water resides, goes away, the grass is then sitting on top of the growing grass. That's another good time to run the dump rake. So I'm half tempted, we will see, running equipment across fields is just money. So I say it's more cost, but it cleans up that Bermuda so much better. But you can just see from one round of that dump rake, we've got a lot cleaned up. If you're farming and you're growing any type of grass and you're not running a dump rake, it might be something to think about. This is a Rouse dump rake. It's a great one. Just be sure to call and let them know what you are running, because they make two variations. One is for in orchards, so cleaning up branches and stuff, and one is for haying. Ron went into full beast mode over the last 2 days. What did it say, Saturday? So Thursday late afternoon, rear end went out. Pulled it out Thursday late afternoon. Friday took it to a place. They rebuilt it Friday. Saturday, today he put it back in. So it's already running beast mode. Where you'll see him. He's working on the scale house. We're gonna try to install that. We got a late start. I doubt we get it installed. Looking good.
Look at that. Left the power on and still did my job.
That's dangerous, Ron.
It's only 110.
Safety first at Bales Hay Sales.
It is safety.
It's safe if you're standing on wood.
As long as you don't ground yourself out to the ground, you ain't gonna get shocked.
But you're touching the ground, aren't you?
No, I'm standing on wood.
Oh.
So you don't create the polarity so you won't get shocked.
The wood doesn't become the ground? So you
Nope.
can grab electricity if you're standing on wood?
Yep.
What about dirt?
Nope, because you're grounded.
Metal?
You're grounded.
Concrete?
Nope.
Air?
Nope. You won't get shocked mid-air.
Water?
Nope.
You can fully submerge yourself in water and stick the wire in there, you won't get shot.
Yeah. As long as you don't connect the polarity, you're fine.
I don't like electricity. I don't like electricity, and I don't like sharks. Really, I just don't like the ocean in general. Scares me.
They're cute little things.
All we're gonna do, I'm thinking about spray insulating the inside. Just even with an AC unit, that thing will be working over time. Now before, there was just a toolbox there, and that probably got 1,000 degrees inside. Probably could have baked a pizza in it better than a wood oven. So this will still get very hot. And like I said, even with an AC, that AC will just be working full time. So we'll probably spray foam the interior of this. And I'm thinking about welding some purlins on the outside of this across this way, and then bolting tin to it, so there's a good 6-inch barrier between the tin and there to let the sun would then hit the tin, and that heat could go out through the top. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. Oh, he's got it turned off. Man, having neighbors is good. Borrowed that from Mr. Dave Viss. I want to buy that from him one day. That thing is sweet. Everything is serviced and ready to go for Monday morning. We had a day. 2 days we didn't cut. The ground was a little wet, so we just left it for 2 days. So he'll we've got a little bit more to bale tomorrow, and then the baler drivers will have 2 days off. But yeah, successful day. Don't forget to check out the website. We've got a lot of new clothing in. Kids t-shirts, some kids hats, a lot of new adult hats as well. www.baleshay.com. Thanks again, everybody, for watching the show. Again, I want to thank my sponsors, Forney and Fluidall. They've been awesome about keeping me supplied with awesome products. If you haven't checked them out, please go check them out. Hit the thumbs up button. share it, comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. It helps us out with the algorithms. If you understand YouTube, then you understand. Thanks again for watching. See you later.